don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got a, yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sucky now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of foxy mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway on a Monday night. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Going to the air right away, Hooker. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that's going to push him back half the distance. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Hooker's going to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive...
And look at this, it's a fake. And oh, that is gonna be a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here, you want analysis? Ridiculous.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Hooker. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
79 Broncos.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down and 2.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hooker going to try and throw for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hooker on 1st down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now Hooker.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll go for it. Hooker.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Saints.
80.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Try to get that one to Chris Olave.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
This unit currently pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. Ready.
Again, it's Kamara. And room there to work it inside the 25.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Here's 2nd and 3.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hooker.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Here's Hooker. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Throwing. Hooker.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Smack, red. Speedo blue.
Ritter backed up in his end zone.
He's going to go up top again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And give him a gain of 37.
And as you prepare for this team, you have to understand that no matter where they are on the field, this is an offense that will take its shots. And true to form, they do exactly that and break off a big chunk of yardage and help their field position.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
And it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
They will go for it. It's Hooker.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Kamara up the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Downfield, and he's got Olave.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Working out of the shotgun. Hooker.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sherman. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
19 right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the 1st half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a 2nd quarter onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Ritter back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hooker now off play action.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down.
Come on, set.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw, Ritter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3rd down and 10.
Ritter off the play fake. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Ritter.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 2nd down, Ritter.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Ritter now.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Ritter fires quickly out wide.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. And this one
the ball comes out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
And my goodness, another interception.
Clark Phillips has got it.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25.
Come on.
A final shot before break. Hooker, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on second and long. Ritter. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Ritter to throw it.
And now here is another interception.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll go for it. Hooker.
And that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Right back to him on first down.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff looking right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
This one swung out to Williams.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Williams.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
Red, cycle. Ready?
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll throw again from their own end zone.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
On 1st down, Ritter. That one deep for London.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, Williams.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they try the right side here.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara
to the 27-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Come on.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Panther Street. Ready.
Hooker going to try and throw for it.
They'll roll him out right. And now here's another interception.
It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
Now a 3rd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go with Kamara. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Hooker.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah,
and we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold it. Ritter has it knocked down. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Now Hooker. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Here we go with Williams. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Hold it ready.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Ready.
Off play action. Here's Hooker rolling to his right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. Second and 10 from the 25. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 3rd and 9 here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Well, partner.
Into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag.
Here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move it scary.
Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we.
Just like
I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever, the gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it, they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to it come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass.